Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller. Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing New Horizons, and today shall be a day in which I spend the entire day crafting! Crafting has been a major component of this game, and I've been planning to knock out these Nook Miles achievements related to crafting for some time now. And the specific Nook Miles achievement that I'm trying to pursue today is the DIY Tools achievement, which requires that I craft 3,000 tools. So today, I plan to basically sit at a crafting station all day and just craft tools for an hour straight while I ramble on about some stories from my life or talk about some topic that's important to me and kind of make it all podcast style. So it doesn't really showcase the best of Animal Crossing because I'm not really utilizing every single feature that exists in this game. But as I reach the end game of this daily gameplay video series, I want to knock out these achievements before this iteration of my series comes to a close. And so I have decided that this day, as well as the next few days, shall be dedicated to me knocking out specific Nook Miles achievements, no matter how boring they may be. So today, I am focusing on the DIY Tools achievement. Here we go. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Aquanet, it's 2:05 p.m. on Friday, January 14th, 2022. Dear Leaf is here today. I always feel so calm when he's around. If you're in the market for a new plant friend, you can buy his lovely seeds and starts in the plaza. That's all for now. I hope you enjoy the loveliest of lovely days. Thank you so much, Isabel. Okay, so if you guys have never seen my previous Animal Crossing New Horizons videos, first of all, that's fine. But second of all, this is kind of a weird day for you to start on. But I always got to assume that some people will not start on the days that I think they'll start on. So here's the scoop. Crafting DIY tools is going to be tricky, and I need to craft a bunch every single day in order for me to knock out this achievement by day 443, 444, which is when I plan to end this iteration of my series. So if I look at the number that I am currently at, I am at 1391, okay? Now I need to craft about 400, if I can, by the end of today. That would put me at 1791, if possible. We're gonna see how many I can craft in an hour, but what makes this achievement particularly tricky is that I need specific supplies in order to be able to craft specific tools. Whereas before, when I was crafting furniture and pursuing another Nook Miles achievement, I was able to cheese it by crafting two items into one another over and over and over and over and over again. So I never actually ran out of supplies. But for this, I'm gonna have to be using up all my clay and all my stones and all my iron nuggets and all my tree branches and all my wood pieces and potentially even my gold nuggets in order to just knock out these achievements. So, I'm gonna spend the first couple minutes of the day and probably subsequent days just gathering a few supplies from the stones in my rock garden. Oh, the money rock? No, let's not waste time. It's not like I need more money, I need more supplies. Okay, I guess I could pick up the weed clumps while I'm here. And then, after I've spent a little bit of time gathering all the supplies, I will then proceed to move over to a crafting bench, and I will just craft all day. Now, I'll be honest, I don't exactly know what I want to talk about. I suppose I could just talk about stories from life. Hey, another gold nugget! Well, don't mind if I do. I could just talk about stories from my life, things I've done in my life, but I'm a little confused as to what I have and haven't discussed in this series already, and I'd be afraid that I'd be repeating myself. The easiest thing for me to discuss would be the highlights of my life, and that would generally be stories of me going to conventions and participating in events, but I don't remember which stories I have told and which ones I haven't told, so if I repeat myself, and I just tell a story that I've told already, I apologize, but at least for those of you that are paying accurate attention to every single thing I've ever said in the series, you'll be able to tell how accurate and consistent my stories are. But okay, let's go ahead and bonk a couple more rocks because I can only bonk these rocks once a day, so I may as well bonk them extra today. There we go. The iron nuggets are particularly useful because I can use wood pieces and tree branches to craft flimsy tools, but the iron nuggets are going to be the key pieces that I need in order to upgrade stuff into more advanced, sturdier tools, which allow me to basically just craft more tools in a quicker fashion. The TLDR, iron nuggets, very good. Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, here we go. Boom. Iron nugget. Iron nugget. Yes. The more iron nuggets, the better. Thank you. I do not mind mashing A on this winter day, but the sooner I get through this basic task of collecting the supplies, the sooner I can get to crafting them, and the sooner I can get to crafting all of these tools from the supplies that I am gathering, the sooner I can try to reach my goal of 1791 tools crafted today. It's a lot, and I don't entirely know if it's doable. Based on how today goes, that will basically structure how the rest of this series goes. And I might even try to... Oh, frick. Oh, well. I'm making a mess here. That's okay. Based on how today goes, that might determine how the rest of the series goes, because if this achievement seems too far out of reach, then I may no longer wish to pursue it. Okay, the other thing I gotta do really quickly is bonk a couple of trees with my stone axe, because that way I can get a couple of extra wood pieces. I'll take any wood pieces, but I believe pure softwood and pure hardwood are going to be more useful. But let's see what I can do. So boom, and do 1, 2, 3, and of course I get 2 regular wood pieces. They're all useful, it's just some things are more useful than others. Okay, we'll go ahead and bonk this one. Sure, I'll take the coconuts. You want me to take the coconut? I'll take the coconut. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Hey, nope. Alrighty, then we take that. There we go. Okay, some extra coconuts. Just gonna bonk the trees over here, and I guess I can go ahead and see what that DIY recipe is. I don't know if it's gonna be particularly useful to me, but I can take it. And if I don't need it, I'll sell it later. Oh, and some extra Nook Miles for bonking the trees, huh? Don't mind if I do. I will go ahead and check that out. Boom, 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 boom. Shock, whoop, shock. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. Oh, plant produce. No, that's probably not going to happen today. Here we go. What do we got here? This is potentially not useful to me. Bamboo flooring. I already know it, but all right. That's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's get crafting. I believe you craft tools and anything more quickly when you're facing the southward direction, because that way you don't have to wait for the character to spin around after the character is done crafting stuff. All right, let's get to the good stuff. So the flimsy axe requires tree branches and stones. But as soon as I craft that, I'm out of tree branches, huh? That's really what I needed, was more tree branches. Okay, then we're gonna go with shovels today. We're going to start with the shovels, and then I'll work my way back over to tree branches. So we're going to start by making a bunch of flimsy tools, and then I'll go back through and upgrade them all to more advanced tools. Alrighty, and then whenever I run out of pocket space, I'll run over to the shop and sell them. And that's basically going to be the routine for today. Maybe I'll go and shake a tree and get more tree branches. I don't know just yet. We shall see. But for now, this is where my head's at. Alright, I got those extra pieces of wood, and I'm going to use them. So anyway, folks, one of the major highlights of my life have been the times I've gone to conventions, and I may as well discuss the stories of each convention I've gone to in order, basically. So the first big convention I believe I ever attended that was relevant to my gaming career was when I went to E3 2012. Now, for those that don't know, E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo. It is the big gaming event where Nintendo and various other video game companies often reveal their biggest games for that year and subsequent years. That's where the biggest gaming announcements usually are, and the event has taken place in Los Angeles for as long as I can remember. So, it's convenient for me because I live in Los Angeles. And ever since I was a child, I had always wanted to attend Los Angeles. I've always wanted to attend E3, but there are some difficulties with it. In the time of 2012, E3 was still not open to the public. It was a closed event. You had to be part of the press to get in there. And of course, you also had to be 18 or over. And in 2012, I was not 18. I would have been 16 or 17. So that posed a lot of problems. At the time, I was still in high school. I was not technically part of the industry. I had my YouTube channel 10 years ago, but it wasn't, you know, that wasn't going to get me in. And I wasn't even wearing a Yoshi hat yet. But fortunately, my family had a couple of connections with some friends, and I was able to borrow a pass of someone else and attend only the final day of E3 2012. And for those curious, the final day of E3 2012 was the day in which... Oh, hang on a second, I'll continue the story in a moment. Let's see what I wanted to do. So to get this... Okay. Looks like we're going to move on over to flimsy watering cans. Okay, so for those who are curious, 2012 was the year that Nintendo officially unveiled the Wii U, or I guess like re-unveiled it, when they unveiled the modern design of the Wii U. And they started off their conference with Pikmin 3 and all that. Well, I wasn't actually at their conference. I was only at the show floor on the last day, and I went straight to Nintendo's booth. And the main game they were demoing there was Nintendo Land. Now, they had a couple of other games. I believe they had New Super Mario Bros. U. They had a couple of 3DS games. They had New Super Mario Bros. 2. Yeah, they had both games in the same year. I remember that. Oh, my pockets are already full. Well, okay then. Let's go ahead and head on over and sell some stuff then. Yeah, they had a bunch of different Wii U games and demos, and Game & Wario, I think, was there, and you know, I think it's gonna be faster if I just use the drop-off box, if I never actually have to go inside the store. I could buy some flimsy tools, but that's not necessary, I don't feel. Okay, so we'll sell the shovels and just the shovels. All right, we're good. So I'm gonna upgrade all of these watering cans in a moment. And then well, first of all, I'm gonna get some Nook Miles for selling stuff. Oh, selling fruit, haha! Okay, great. But then also, I'm soon gonna get some more Nook Miles just for selling items in general. Okay, I've got another crafting station over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move over to that one just to try and be speedy with things. Okay, we're gonna go back to the flimsy watering can. All right, so yeah, the main game Nintendo was trying to demo there was Nintendo Land. Now, because I was there at the last day, I didn't really get to collect all of the collectibles that Nintendo was providing for that year. You see, they had 5 different Nintendo Land games hooked up. They had, I'm probably gonna get these wrong. The one I know they had hooked up for certain was Luigi's Mansion. They also had, you know, I can probably walk over and see. I can walk over and see. All right, there we go. I'm still just mashing A. Okay. Got it. All right. So they had the Animal Crossing Nintendo Land minigame. They had the Takamaru Animal Crossing minigame. They had the Donkey Kong minigame. They had the Zelda minigame, and they had Luigi's Mansion. And I specifically remember Luigi's Mansion because each game there, after you played it, you would get a pin that you could put on your little pass that you wore when you go to E3. Nintendo was giving out Nintendo Land pins, and the only pin I got was the Luigi's Mansion one. Right? Is that the only one I have? Let me double check that again. Does anyone? No, that's not. I don't even have the Luigi's Mansion pin. I'm just joking. Of the Nintendo Land pins I got, the only one I actually have is the Donkey Kong pin. But I recall playing the Luigi's Mansion Nintendo Land game while I was there. That's just how I remember. Yeah, Animal Crossing, Zelda, Takamaru, Donkey Kong, Luigi's Mansion. The only pin I have is the Donkey Kong one because I went on the last day, so they were basically out of pins. You know, I got to go in 2012, and it was a high honor. And when I went in 2012, I thought that was going to be the only time I was ever going to be able to go. I was like, you know, I got lucky getting in. I was underage. I was only able to go because of a family connection. I better cherish this moment. And you know what? I did. I got to play the Wii U before most other people, and I got, you know, my lanyard and my little Nintendo Land pin. So I'm very thankful that I was able to attend that event, and I have the utmost appreciation for everyone treating me with respect there, and I'm just glad that it all worked out. Little did I know that I would continue to attend E3 for years to come. All right, hang on. We're going to do the flimsy axe, and then we're going to upgrade that into a stone axe, and then I'm going to need a lot more tree branches. Oh boy, I'm going to have to stock up on a lot more supplies than I had anticipated. All right, well, we'll go ahead and put my regular wood to good use. Very good. All right. Okay, let's move over here. And I guess what I should probably try to do next is, since I have so many iron nuggets, I can sell the stone axe too. I have so many iron nuggets that I should probably buy a bunch of flimsy tools if I can help it. Oh yeah, and then I'll get more Nook Miles for selling things. Now I have 2 ways I can go about buying flimsy tools. I can walk inside the shop and buy stuff from there, or I can go on a Nook Miles tour. I haven't gone on a Nook Miles tour in a long time, but if I go on a Nook Miles tour, I can go to a random island, drain it of its supplies, and constantly request... I did need to go in here. Okay, I can go to a random island, drain it of its supplies, and then I can go ahead and continue my crafting there. So folks, I'll continue my E3 stories in just a moment. I thought 2012 was going to be the only year I was going to go. I wound up going to E3 several more times beyond that. With any luck, I'll only need the 1 ticket, but I'm going to go ahead and buy a 2nd ticket just in case. Man, oh man, it's been so long since I've needed to purchase Nook Miles tickets. But here we go. I can go to this island, get a bunch of stuff, and then I can also request more tools from the dodo birds that fly me there in the first place. Because you can buy tools with Nook Miles only when you're on a Nook Miles tour or a Captain Boat tour. But either way, you need Nook Miles to go on those tours in the first place. And I get the feeling a Nook Miles tour is going to be a little more useful to me, primarily because these islands are basically guaranteed to give me supplies. Captain Boat tours are fun, but they might be gimmick islands. So I need hi Boris, you're standing right outside the door, huh? I intentionally need a standard island where I can get easy supplies without any issues. Okay, so we'll go ahead and head on over to Dodo Airlines. And then for the first time in a long time, I think for the first time in this version 2.0 iteration of my series, I'm using a Nook Miles ticket. Hello, sir. I'm ready. All right, I wanna fly. Okay, Nook Miles ticket, yep. It's been a while, sir, but I'm gonna do it. Use that Nook Miles ticket. And then whatever I don't need, I can just drop off on the island. Yeah, that way I don't have to worry about going to the shop and re-emptying my pockets every single time. I can just drop the stuff off here. I probably should have started with this. Oh well, tomorrow's video is gonna start off with me getting some bells deposited into my bank account. No big deal. Alright, let's see what type of island we get. If it's a dud island, I have a second Nook Miles ticket, but with any luck, I can save that for a future day. Alright. Here we go. Really what I need is some trees to bonk. Okay. Great. Now, I don't know which of these trees, if any, will contain a wasp nest. So I'm gonna check all the ones that don't have fruit on them real quickly. Okay, I'm looking. Tree branch, yes please. More tree branches the better. Oh, an item. Don't really need a magazine, thank you though. More tree branches, yes please. Okay, if none of these trees have wasps' nests in them, then great. Okay, we'll check this tree in just a moment. Okay. Alrighty. Looks like we're gonna be in the clear. Now, what I need to do next is I need to bonk the trees. Because I need more wood pieces, and then I really need tree branches. Alright. Actually, I should be buying tools, huh? That was the main reason I'm going on a Nook Miles tour in the first place. Alright, then let me go ahead and bonk this one rock, and then I'll head back to the front and request a bunch of flimsy tools. I knew stocking up on all these Nook Miles would be a good idea. Here we go, boom, boom, boom. Yes, I don't really need the clay, but I'll pick up the iron nuggets. Yes, okay, thank you. Because if I buy a bunch of flimsy tools, I can just upgrade them to regular tools, and that will count as me crafting a new tool. Oh, frick. Okay. Well, I totally messed up this rock, and I should have just picked up the weed clumps, but that's okay. Alright, I have a vaulting pole that should allow me to get back to the front of the island with ease. Very good. Okay. Sir, I need a bunch of tools. I wish I could buy them in bulk. I need tools. Okay, so we'll go with the flimsy axe. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I need a bunch, though. Oh, that's gonna take so long just to keep buying these from you, dude. Alright, I guess I may as well continue my conversation from here and just make sure I select the flimsy axe each time. It'd be faster if the flimsy axe was the one furthest to the left, but I guess the net is just gonna have to be the one that's furthest to the left. Okay, so E3 2012. It was the first year I went to E3, and I thought it was gonna be the only year I'd ever go to E3. No, frick! Oh my god, see, this isn't gonna work. Oh, man. It takes so long to get through these text boxes, and really what I need more than anything else is my time. I need my time. Alright. Maybe I'm better off shaking a tree and trying to get tree branches. Thank you, sir. Let me get one more tool out of you, please. And then I'll go shake a tree forever. Alright, I need tools. Okay, boom. Yes, thank you. Okay. Actually, let me get two more out of you, because that way I'll be at 164,000 Nook Miles. Alright, let me get two more, please. Here we go. I've got all these wood pieces. I should put them all to good use. Alright, another flimsy axe, please. Thank you. I will continue my E3 stories in just a moment. Don't worry, there's a lot more. We're still at 2012. We're 10 years beyond that. Alrighty, come on. Alright, I need tools. Thank you. And then we need this. Okay. Very good. Thank you, sir. Good. That ought to be plenty. Alright, all these flimsy tools, and then I'll upgrade all of them, and then I don't think I need anything else. Alright, let's go shake a tree for a little bit. Alright, okay, I guess I can pick up the weed clumps, and then just drop them on another part of the island. Probably should have started with that. That's okay. Okay, so these weed clumps, drop those. Very good. All right, and let's mash that A button. Okay. Well, as I was saying, and as I've been trying to say throughout this video, I went to E3 several more times beyond 2012, but each time I went, at least for the next few years, I thought each of those times would be my last year attending the event. I was able to go in 2013, but again, I was only able to go on the last day of the event. In 2013, Nintendo had a few different things going on that year. It was the year of Luigi. They were demoing both 3DS and Wii U games. It was the first year of E3 since the Wii U had officially been released, and a fair share of the games they were demoing were games from 2012 again. Like Pikmin 3 was being demoed again, if I recall correctly. Game & Wario was being demoed again. They were different demos, but they did have a few repeats. Other noteworthy games there included the Mario Kart 8 demo, and they had the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze demo, if I recall correctly. So those were great. Then Nintendo had this big circle, and the circle had 3 different Nintendo 3DS games you could demo, and they were Mario & Luigi Dream Team, Yoshi's New Island. There's a third game. Oh, it must have been Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or something like that. There were 3 games you could demo, and you sat in the circle, and while you were demoing the games, the circle would spin around, and wherever the circle ended when you were done demoing your game, you got whatever prize was right in front of you. And that was the only way to get certain things at E3 that year, because you could get a Luigi hat, which I won, and I think some people even won full-on Nintendo 3DS systems. It was pretty cool. But because it was one big circle, there was a huge line just to get in there at all. And you know, you couldn't necessarily guarantee what game you were going to demo. I guess you could ask, like, oh, I was hoping I could demo Luigi's Mansion, and then you just kind of wait. But generally speaking, you were not choosing what you were demoing. You were just waiting. So I got in. I demoed, I believe, Yoshi's New Island. Got my Luigi hat. I later gave the Luigi hat away, but I did take a couple pictures while I was there. And I had a great time that year, but once again, I thought that was going to be the last time I would ever attend E3. And once again, I only went on the last day, but it was awesome. Then, in 2014, that was the first time I had gone to E3, like, fully prepared, with my name, being of proper age, and I attended every day of the event. That it was still a privatized event to the public, and it was the year that Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U were the main games of the show. Now, they had other games there. They technically were demoing Mario Maker, they were technically demoing Splatoon, but those were more in their own little reserved areas. The big game was definitely Super Smash Bros. And I went there with my friend Shruby, and we got in, and Nintendo was giving out t-shirts for everybody who won a match in Super Smash Bros. And Shruby and I, we played Smash like the entire time. So we wound up getting a bag. We went over to Sega's booth and we played the Sonic Boom demo. And if you played that demo, you were given a Sonic Boom bag. And we used that to carry each of the Super Smash Bros. Shirts that we had won. So we hung on to those. Shruby gave the shirts to friends and family at home. I had done that for 1 or 2. We probably won about 20 shirts total. So if we split that 50-50, Shruby probably gave 10 of the shirts to people at home. I probably gave 2 of the shirts to people at home. And then I gave probably like 8 shirts to people that were at E3 who weren't able to win. People who really wanted these shirts but couldn't win. And I remember people filmed me a lot because I had my Yoshi hat on. You know, I got onto KTLA News because one of the news anchors walked up to me and was like, or maybe not an anchor, but just like a journalist walked up to me and was like, hey, can we interview you? And I was like, absolutely. So I was on KTLA News. I was used in B-roll for a bunch of other press outlets and media outlets. I think there's even there's B-roll of me in the Conan O'Brien video of him going to E3. It's used at the very beginning. I just remember I was playing the 3DS demo, which at the time, I wasn't even certain that the 3DS demo would be on the show floor at E3. We knew the Wii U version was going to be there, and then Shruby and I got done playing the Wii U version, and then the people in charge were like, do you want to play the 3DS version? It's over there. And we were like, oh yeah, absolutely. And so we played the 3DS version, and then there were just like 5 camera crews around me. And it was awesome. And I that's when I got to meet people like Andre the Black Nerd and Katie Wilson, and I met everybody at that event, and it was totally awesome. So that was a fantastic year. We primarily played Super Smash Brothers. We did go over and play other games. We did play, Captain Toad was there. We did play Mario Maker. We played Yoshi's Woolly World. We did play Splatoon. I hung out with different people. Like I saw Abdallah Smash for a bit. I saw some of the folks from Screw Attack. I saw a lot of, the Game Grumps. I just kept taking pictures, and it was wonderful. And from then on, that's when that was the first E3 in which I started wearing my Yoshi hat. And from then on, that's when I really started to make myself known as the guy with the Yoshi hat, and when I started to attend E3 much more regularly. But okay, before we continue on with those stories, let's go ahead and use this flimsy axe to get some more wood pieces. Very good. Nice. Okay, and then we can do boom, boom, boom. Okay. And I guess I can bonk the coconut trees real quickly too. All right. Very good, very good, very good. I guess I can pick up the regular wood piece at this point. Why the heck not? And then, just so that this flimsy axe doesn't break on me, we'll go ahead and head over here. And then we'll go ahead and bonk this tree. Very good. One wood piece of each type. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to do, these tree branches are going to trade places with that. This is now going to go over here. These two are now going to switch. And then this is going to be the tool I want to keep holding. All right. Let's go back to the crafting station. I guess I actually haven't used the crafting station since I've been on this island, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and use it. Hang on, I feel a sneeze coming. There we go, get that out of my system. Okay, so we'll start by making as many flimsy axes as my pockets will let me carry, and then I'll upgrade all of them to stone axes, and we'll see if I can get a move on. But otherwise, I think I've only crafted like 10 items today, so I really, really, really gotta pick up the pace if I think I can get to 400. Anyway, so E3 2014 was a big deal. I had a fantastic time. But then also that year, I went to PAX West. And at the time, it was not called PAX West. It was still called PAX Prime. But even so, that was in Seattle. That was my first time ever attending that event. No! Before I went to PAX Prime, oh man, I'm leaving out something pretty major. Okay, so I went to E3. All right. Oh, my pockets are full already. Okay, then we'll upgrade all those to stone axes. Okay, so I went to E3, and then I had made plans to go to PAX Prime, but before I went to PAX Prime, just like a week earlier, I had gone to the Pokemon World Championships in Washington, D.C. I planned that pretty last minute, and I went because a lot of the influencers and content creators that I look up to were attending that event, like Chugga Conroy and Maryland were going to that event. And they were going to that event because, in addition to there being the Pokemon World Championships, there was also the Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions concert that was starting at that event. And I went to that event, and I had a fantastic time meeting everybody and hanging out with everybody. That's where I got to meet people like Rogers Base, and I became more buddy-buddy with people like Maryland and Chugga Conroy. And I had a fantastic experience. And I got to meet Junichi Masuda, and we took a big group photo, and it was one of the most life-changing, memorable events I had ever experienced. That was also the same year that the world champion of Pokemon won with a freaking Pachirisu. Oh, and I was in the audience when it happened. What a good year for that to happen, huh? I didn't actually get to explore the city of Washington, D.C. that much while I was at that event, but fortunately I had been to Washington, D.C. before with my mom, and we got to actually explore the White House and everything while I was there. So, or not the White House specifically, but like the museum. We walked by the White House and walked by the Washington Monument and stuff like that. So, all in all, a fantastic experience at the Pokemon World Championships and the Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions concert. Very, very cool. We got to hang out with the producer of the show for a little bit, Jaron Moore. Very, very, very great guy. And all in all, just an experience that I don't think I'll ever forget, even though I almost glanced over it in the story that I'm trying to tell. There's the wasp nest, so if I just press the A button, there we go. But my pockets might be full. Nah, let it go. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bonk this tree if you folks don't mind. Boom, boom. Okay. Wood piece. That. Okay. And then we can go ahead and bonk this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, boom. 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 Okay. And then I said I was going to start just like dropping stuff over here. And that's exactly what I intend to do for as long as I have space around me where I can drop things. So we can do boom. We can do boom. We can do boom. Okay. Yeah, I know, I can be making a lot of bells if I just sold all these tools, but alas, it's just not going to happen at the moment. Boom. Boom. Okay. Alrighty, I guess there's this tree right here. Okay, great, whatever. Can't see what I'm doing anymore. I picked up a weed clump by accident, I think I just did. Darn it, no! Alright, here, let's drop it over here. Oh, I picked up a pear by accident. That's even worse! Okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Alright, I really should chop down the trees that I've already bonked so I can better keep track. Because I think I bonked this one already. Yeah, I did. Okay. So you know what? We're chopping them down! We're chopping them down. Okay. So, Pokemon event, phenomenal, had a great time. Even though I didn't compete in the tournament, I couldn't have because you need to qualify for the event beforehand. But even though I didn't compete, that like helped get me into competitive Pokemon in the first place. And, you know, it was one of those things where I went to the airport and I like felt sad that the event was over, but I felt so happy about everything I accomplished. Like I felt everything I wanted to, I did everything I wanted to do, which was meet people, primarily. I did everything I wanted to do and more. I got to meet the creator of Pokemon, darn it. And it's also interesting because I was just at MagFest, you know, a week or so ago, and I flew into the Washington, D.C. airport. And I had forgotten that I had been to the Washington, D.C. airport. And I flew in and I was like, how do I already know my way around? This all feels so familiar. And I was trying to think of the time I was at that airport. And I remembered I was at the Washington, D.C. airport for the Pokemon event. But I forgot that I was ever in that airport until I flew over to MagFest and I was walking around and I was like, no, I know the layout here. And I was like, oh yeah, because this is where I said goodbye to everybody. It felt like I went on this, you know, life-changing event, even though all I did was watch people play Pokemon. And I said goodbye to people there and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I remember this place so well. I just wandered around here for a bit. Ah, good times, good times. Okay. So after the Pokemon event, I went to PAX Prime, and I played a lot more Super Smash Bros. There as well. And at that event, you could once again win shirts, but they were also giving away towels. You got a black towel if you won the regular demo, and they had a different setup where you could sit down and play the game, and if you won that setup, you got a red towel. Now, I don't know where my towels are anymore. I used to have like 6 of them. I believe that I've given them all away now. I don't think I still have them anymore, but I gave a lot of them to friends. I also recall I got interviewed at that event as well to be on Nintendo Minute's show called No Yo Nintendo. So that was awesome. And oh, I went to Comic-Con before that too, where they gave out even more stuff. Okay, but that's not as major. I don't want to keep jumping back and forth. So I went to this Nintendo event. I went to PAX Prime. I played a bunch of Super Smash Bros. There. Got a bunch more shirts. Had an awesome time. And then, after that, the next event I attended was my first PAX East in Boston in 2015. And that was another life-changing event. Because that was... Well, Nintendo Minute featured me on their show, 1. I got to be in the Runaway Guys tourney, 2. And I got to play a bunch of Splatoon at that event. Because at that point, Super Smash Bros. Had been out, because that was the game we played at the Runaway Guys tourney. And the Runaway Guys tourney probably was the highlight. That's where I got to meet a bunch of people. I got to meet people like Proton John and Luca Jin and Tom Fox and Some Call Me Johnny and a bunch of other people that work with the Runaway Guys. And that was fantastic because I was the runner-up at the tourney. And people seemed to enjoy my matches, so that was fun. I got to... That's the main thing I remember. I'm just trying to think, what else did I do? Because I definitely played a lot of Splatoon. Oops, I did not mean to hit all done for now. It's my bad. That's just what happens when I match B and A over and over and over again. Okay. So, oh, they had Puzzle and Dragons there. That was the other game. Nintendo was demoing Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition for the 3DS. And I played a little bit of it, and let me tell you guys, I am not great at Puzzle and Dragons. That is a tough game to get good at. But people who are good at it are really good at it. I am not one of those people. So, yeah, there was that. And then I had taken a lot of pictures at that event with cosplayers that I thought were cool. And then, yeah, following that event, Nintendo had a big Splatoon event over at the Santa Monica Pier. So I went and played Splatoon there, and they were partnering with Disney Channel or Disney XD to have some of their television show celebrities promote the game. And I got to play against Joey Bragg, I believe, in a match of Splatoon. I was with or against him. Either way, we played in the same group, and my team wound up winning, and that was very fun. And I didn't get to go on the obstacle course they had hooked up there. They rented out a space at the Santa Monica Pier where they hooked up this big inflatable obstacle course, and I didn't get to go on it, but I got to watch other people go through it. And yeah, I filmed stuff and took pictures, and I got to appear in a Splatoon commercial. They filmed me, and I appeared in a couple different commercials, and that was awesome. And I got to take a Splatoon shirt with me, and I still have that Splatoon shirt. Even though all it is a black shirt with the Splatoon logo, I cherish it to this day. I love it oh so much. The other thing, though, is that event was giving copies of Splatoon to people. It was like a week before the game had officially come out, and I tried so hard to try and get an early copy. I was so desperate, and I couldn't get it. But you know what? I got the shirt, and I guess that's technically more valuable, huh? All right, let's make a couple. Oh, my pockets are too full, huh? Is that what this is about? Very well. Then I will drop these items. Oh wait, no, I need to get. I can't make more regular axes because I don't have enough regular wood pieces to do it. Okay, understood. So I need to drop the regular shovels off. Okay, and then I guess I'll go for tree branches next. Okay, yeah. So we have a couple of stone axes that I'll no longer need. So we can actually what I guess I should do is I can clear the favorite on that. I can drop it and then move a stone axe over. I guess that's the only stone axe I have. And we'll just refavorite that one. So whoever washes up on this island one day will just have a bunch of axes to work with. All right. And then I guess I can try to hang on to the rest of these. So that flimsy axe can go over there. All right, let's go back to shaking the tree. Yeah, so PAX East 2015 was awesome. It was my first time in Boston, even though I didn't get to really explore the city. I was in a hotel or a convention center most of the time, and I was in the snow. But, oh, what a good event. That's another one of those events where I went home and I was like, wow, I really did everything I wanted to do. Fantastic stuff. And then after PAX East 2015 was E3 2015. And, well, technically before E3 2015 had happened, Nintendo was holding auditions for the Nintendo World Championship, in which select Best Buy locations, I think there were only like 8 of them, but still, select Best Buy locations provided the opportunity for contestants to qualify for the Nintendo World Championships. And what they wanted you to do was they wanted you to play Ultimate NES Remix on the 3DS, and there was a mode where you played 3 different NES games and tried to get a high score, and you had to play Super Mario Brothers 3, and Dr. Mario. And the idea was like you had to do a speed run of Super Mario Brothers. You had to get X amount of points, and then once you got through that, you moved over to Super Mario Brothers 3. You had to collect a certain amount of coins or something, and then once you collected a certain amount of coins in Super Mario Brothers 3, you moved over to Dr. Mario. And Dr. Mario was where you actually scored the most points in order to get your high score. So if you were really good at Dr. Mario, your odds of qualifying for the Nintendo World Championships were much better than everybody else. So the idea was speedrun, do Mario 1 and Mario 3, so you'd have as much time as possible to try and get a high score in Dr. Mario. Now, I got like a score of 1.7 million, which is okay, but like the people who were qualifying got scores of like 6 or 7 million. It was absurd. Now, the person who was next to me in line, I don't remember his name, but he was a very nice fellow, and he was the guy that directed the Tetris documentary. That's what I remember. I took a picture with him. He directed the Tetris documentary, and then I got my score. I took a picture, and he got his score, and he got like 6 or 7 million. And at the time, he was the winner of. At the time, he was the winner of that location. Like when we were competing, he had the highest score, and I remember he walked out and told me he was shaking. He's like, "I'm shaking. I might actually have this." And as I walked out, there was a lady who stopped me and said, "Hey, excuse me, can I take a picture of you real quickly? I like your Yoshi hat." And I said, "Yeah, of course." So she took a picture of me. I thought nothing of it. I was like, all right, well, I competed. There's nothing else I can do. I guess I'm gonna get ready to go home. And then my Twitter feed starts blowing up because it turns out the lady who took a picture of me had posted it directly to Nintendo of America's Twitter and just said, like, you know, wearing a Yoshi hat doesn't make you compete better, but it might make you more prepared, or something like that. Something kind of fun, like we encourage players to wear Yoshi hats or something. And so everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's Yoshiller!" So I was very happy that day. Now, the guy who was next to me in line wound up not being the person who qualified at my location. One other person had beaten his score. I do not remember that person's name either, but that person later found me at Comic-Con 2015, and he took a picture with me because he was a fan of me. And I have that picture on my phone somewhere. I don't remember his name, but he was a very nice fellow, and he was the guy that qualified at our location. He was the one guy that beat the score of the guy I was standing in line with. So basically it all comes full circle. Very nice guy. Okay, so I bring up this Nintendo World Championship stuff because the Nintendo World Championships took place the day before E3 2015. And when I went to the Nintendo World Championships, I had a seat in the 4th or 5th row because Nintendo was handing out tickets. If you dressed up as a Nintendo character and you were waiting in line for the Nintendo World Championships, some Nintendo representatives would walk by and give you a pass that granted you a front row seat. So they gave me a pass, but I was with a couple of friends at the event, and I was like, well, I kind of want to go in with them too. And they said, well, you know, we can give you a +1, but you can't bring like 5 people with you. Somehow, I got all my friends in with me though. Somehow we got more passes, and we got to sit in the 4th or 5th row, and there's a shot where a camera was panning over the crowd, and I definitely had a shot where the camera focused on me, and I spazzed out, and I flailed my arms up and down and started flailing all over the place. My Yoshi hat fell off my head, and it was awesome. And Nintendo used that exact clip in their recap video for the Nintendo World Championships, and it was awesome. Good times, good times, good times, good times. Alright, so that was before E3 2015 even started. Then E3 2015 actually started, and the main games they were showing there were Star Fox Zero and Super Mario Maker. And I got Star Fox Zero was the first thing I played, and like right after I had played it, Nintendo put me in an interview, so I was in one of their promo videos for Star Fox Zero, and I felt really flattered because I thought the Star Fox Zero setup was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen, because you actually get to sit in like a little replica R-Wing cockpit thingy. I thought it was awesome. And then you play your demo, and then you know you're totally immersed, and then Nintendo's like, "Hey, can we interview you?" And I'm like, "Absolutely!" And I think Lucajin is in the advertisement too. I think she played right afterward, so that was really cool. Alright, I need more wood pieces to upgrade these flimsy axes. What am I doing? I can't get any more wood pieces, I don't think. I think I bonked all the trees on this island. I think I'm gonna have to get ready to go home. So, let me go ahead and move over to fishing rods. Let's craft a couple of those, and then I'll upgrade those to regular fishing rods, and then I can drop those off on this island, and then I can move on. I'll be lucky if I've even crafted 100 items today. I get the feeling I haven't. But let me go ahead and craft the rest of these fishing rods and then drop those off here, and then I'll go back to my island and I'll bonk a couple of trees, and hopefully I'll get some regular wood pieces, and then I can upgrade the flimsy axes into stone axes, and then I can go ahead and sell the stone axes for belts and then clear up my inventory. Alright. But yeah, E3 2015, once again, had a blast, played some Mario Maker, played some Star Fox Zero. I think Yoshi's Woolly World was there again. Oh, Super Smash, they had like a little Super Smash Brothers setup, and if you won, you got like a pin or something. Oh, that's what it was. They had a bunch of Mario Maker pins. And you got a different pin for playing each of the various games Nintendo had on demo displays that year. And if you got all the pins, you could get a gold Super Mario 30th anniversary pin. Well, guess what? I got it. I got that pin. And I cherish that pin. And the only reason I even have that pin is because one of the representatives generously just walked by and handed it to me. It was awesome. It was awesome. All right, I'm gonna make 3 more fishing rods, upgrade those to regular fishing rods, and then I'm gonna head back to my own island. All right, so here we go. So flimsy fishing rod, boom. Good, 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 good. I might even make 4 fishing rods. Because I'll have enough inventory space for it. All right. But yeah, we're at the 45-minute mark. I mean, there's still plenty of time for me to craft more stuff, but I get the feeling I've only crafted 100 tools at most today. I get the feeling my pace for getting 400 tools in one day is a little absurd. If I had more days in the series, I could do it, and I could add more days. You know, I'm the one in charge. I can determine how long the series goes on for. But I really wanted to end this series at day 444. But fine. If I have to, I'll add 1 more day to this series, and I'll end it at day 445. All right, that's fine. But I'd really rather not go too many days beyond that. I really want to avoid that as much as possible. All right, let's get another regular fishing rod, and then I'll drop these, and then, or I guess I could just like check now. How many tools have I crafted today? Let's see. 1471. Oh boy, I'm not even close to 1791. Well, I can get to 1500 and at least get to the halfway mark today. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, hang on. I can make 1 more fishing rod. All right. So let's craft. All right. 1 more regular fishing rod. All right. I gotta at least get to 1500 today. All right. Get to the halfway mark. Be good to go. I'm a little hesitant to use a gold nugget on these, but it seems like an optimal way to do things. Here, I'll go ahead and use 1 of those. All right, now we'll go back to my island and we'll sell some stuff, and then I shouldn't be hesitant to use gold nuggets, because when else in the series am I actually going to use them, right? So I should just use them up, get an extra inventory space open. Let's head on back. Actually, I guess I could use the next... I could use the next Nook Miles ticket immediately, because if tomorrow was going to be a multiplayer video, and I'm hoping I can get like a little assembly line going, then what I can do is I can just clear up my inventory space as much as possible and just have my friends help me. So I may as well use up my next Nook Miles ticket right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that Nook Miles ticket. Okay, good. And then I'll go bonk the trees and bonk the rocks and get the wood pieces and the iron nuggets and all that good stuff, and I'll upgrade my tools and sell whatever I can or drop whatever I can or whatever and free up my inventory space and get all the more closer toward knocking out this Nook Miles achievement. Man, I wanted to get to 1791, and I'm going to settle for what's basically 1500. I'll probably get a couple spaces beyond that. You know, maybe I'll get to 1520, but that's still, even if I get to 1520, that's 271 away from my goal today. Getting 400 in one day. I'm really gonna need the help of my friends, and I'm really gonna have to knock this out if that's going to be the case. Anyway, following E3 2015, I went to PAX West 2015, which I think was the first year they called it PAX West and not PAX Prime, or maybe I have that wrong. Maybe that's the last year they called it PAX Prime. I don't remember, but I went to that event. I had an awesome time. That year, Nintendo's big thing was their Nindies at Night event, and that I got invited to that beforehand and got to play a bunch of indie games, and that was awesome because I got to actually hang out with the indie developers a little bit. Specifically, I remember the Runbow developers were really cool. The guys that made Runbow, that 9-player multiplayer game that's on like Wii U and 3DS and Switch and PC and whatever. Yeah, those guys were awesome, and I got to play Runbow with them, and I took a picture with them, and they were super cool. And then after that, let's see, what was Nintendo's big game of that event? It must have been Star Fox and Mario Maker again, I believe. But for some reason, I don't have as many memories of me playing those games there. I don't recall. Oh, you know what else they had, though? I remember now. That weekend was the weekend that Nintendo was doing a Splatfest, and specifically the Splatfest was their Transformers Splatfest. It was Autobots versus Decepticons. And I don't watch Transformers, like, I don't know enough about them, but even I know, like, this is a, like, sponsored Splatfest event. It's pretty cool. I was Team Decepticons because I loved playing the Team of the Villains, and I kept making a big deal about it. Like, Team Decepticons, let's go! And I remember at that PAX, I got like 6 different t-shirts, and I believe I gave a fair share of them away. I got like a Zelda Triforce Heroes shirt that I gave away. I got a Team Decepticons Splatfest shirt. I got a Nindies shirt. Oh yeah, that was a very fun event. I remember it now. Oh yeah. Fun stuff, fun stuff. So that was PAX West, and then I did E3 2016. I did not go to PAX East in 2016. I did E3 in 2016. And Nintendo's only game at that event, at least that was available to the public, was their Breath of the Wild demo. And that meant that there was a very, very big line to play it. And fortunately, I got to play it on the first day. And I thought it was awesome. And I also died in like 5 minutes. And I did not record myself playing the demo. I just stood there and enjoyed it. But I had a grand old experience. And Nintendo interviewed me for that again, too. They asked what my thoughts were for Breath of the Wild. And I said, Link has a jump button! I remember I had like a very cringy response. But it was great. I had a great time playing that demo. And that was also the year that Capcom had a big Resident Evil 7 demo booth, and that was really, really cool. So, anyway, did I bonk this tree already? Because I wanna chop it down. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right, so if I do boom, I did not bonk this tree already. All right, great, great, great. Just gonna go ahead and make a mess. Awesome. It's not my island. Cool. Taking advantage of the supplies that are presented to me. Okay, we can go ahead and chop this tree down. Good, good, good. Nice, nice, nice. How many regular wood pieces am I holding? 26? Okay. Alright, we ought to be fine. There should be one more coconut tree or something over on this side of the island. There is. Boom, boom, boom. Good to go. Alright, I should be able to get back to crafting in just a moment. The only problem is that I destroyed all the trees, so I can't get more tree branches. But that's okay. The main thing I wanted to do was upgrade my flimsy axes into stone axes, and I can only do that with regular wood pieces, so we ought to be good. We'll go back up here. Boom. So I can do that 9 more times before I run out of regular wood pieces, but I think that's fine because I only have 8 flimsy axes, so this should work out. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's use up all the wood pieces today because tomorrow might just be a bunch of tree branches, and I won't need regular wood pieces at that point. So there we go. Yeah, so E3 2016, I had fun. Definitely a different type of year, but I made the most of it. I had an appointment with Capcom that year, and I went to their VIP booth, which was fascinating because, as I said, Capcom's entire booth was primarily dedicated to Resident Evil 7. But if you went to the VIP area, here's how it worked. So, Resident Evil 7 being a horror game that takes place inside of a big spooky house, their booth was basically the big spooky house. So you'd go in, you'd play Resident Evil 7, and then you'd walk out. The VIP area, you walk inside this big spooky house, and they take you around like a back corner, and that brings you into the VIP area. And while I was there, it seemed like the main game they wanted people to play was Monster Hunter. I opted to play the new Phoenix Wright 3DS game instead. And that's what I did. And then the other game I demoed that year was Shantae Half Genie Hero. I'm a Kickstarter backer for that game. So I played that, and I enjoyed it. And it was awesome. And that was my time at E3 2016. Hang on, that's right, my pockets are full. Go ahead and upgrade that. Very good. Okay, so that's gonna do it for those tools. Right, nothing's flimsy anymore. All right, so I can just drop all of these. Very good, very good, very good. Just drop them. Just drop them. Drop all of those, would you? And you know, I'd make a gold shovel if Gulliver ever gave me that recipe. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Whoops. Oh, I can't set it there. My bad. Okay, we can go ahead and drop that. Very good. Okay. So I can drop the fishing rods as well. I don't need those. I'll hang on to the gold one, I guess. There you go. Boom. Oh, I think I already set it somewhere by accident. Oh, I upgraded. I upgraded my regular one as is. That's my bad. Okay. Well, how is my achievement actually looking? Did I get to 1500 yet? 1483. Okay, I can make 17 more tools. That's not that big of a deal. Okay. Well, then I'll do what I can. I guess I'll craft 2 more of those and then upgrade those into regular shovels. Then it's going to be fishing rods for the rest of the video. Or watering cans. Probably more watering cans. Or unless I used up all my softwood, I might be able to make like one more watering can or something. Let's see. Even so, E3 2016, that came and went. I did not do PAX West that year either. I didn't do PAX at all that year, I guess. I just did E3 in 2016 and that was it. And then 2017, we had the unveiling of the Nintendo Switch, and at this point I was working for Gerard, the completionist. But even so, I went to PAX East 2017. This would have been just after the Nintendo Switch had come out, I believe. Just after? Yeah, it would have had to have been. Because the Nintendo Switch came out in March, and PAX East was like late March. No, that can't be right. When did PAX East 2017 take place? Let me look at my thing. PAX East 2017. Oh, you know what? The Switch was out, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 weren't out yet. So I played those games while I was there. And while I was at that event, Nintendo dropped a big trailer for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe showcasing the new battle mode and the courses and stuff and what to expect. And I remember that because Nintendo Minute had a little panel where they were playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and they had an upgraded version of the demo that had battle courses and stuff that weren't on the demo that was on the show floor. And I got to go up and play it. And I believe I lost. And yeah, that's right. So the Switch was out. I was playing Breath of the Wild at that point, but I was not... Mario Kart 8 was not out. Splatoon 2 was not out. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, and then there was also ARMS. That was the other game they were getting people to demo. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. Which leads me into E3 2017, where I played even more Splatoon 2. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had been out at this point. ARMS came out that week. I competed in the E3 2017 ARMS Open Tournament, or I tried to qualify for it. That's a whole different story. And I've explained that story in a few different videos, and I might explain it again at a different point. But point is, I went to E3 2017. That was the first year where they reopened it to the public. So it was very, very crowded, and the main game Nintendo was demoing there was Super Mario Odyssey. And then I played it, and I thought it was awesome. And I went with a bunch of friends. I went with like Charles C. Bernardo and Mega Man Sonic X and all that. And it was great. And then I went to Nintendo's VIP section later in the event, and I played Mario plus Rabbids. I played Pokken. That's right, that was another game that was there. Pokken, Splatoon, more Mario Odyssey. I believe Fire Emblem Warriors was demoed at that event. Yeah, E3 2017. Another event where I finished and I was like, you know what? I feel accomplished. I feel great. All that good stuff. And then there was PAX West 2017. And I went to that, and I had an awesome time. And I'm trying to remember what else I did at PAX West, because usually PAX West repeats games that were shown at E3, so it must have been Mario Maker again, right? Let me see. I'm checking. I'm looking at my passes. Let me see. That's Evo. Huh. The only pins I have for PAX West 2017 are my Shovel Knight pins, because the Shovel Knight guys were always giving out pins and stuff at those events. Oh, it looks like I've crafted all those. All right, then we'll go ahead and craft some more flimsy watering cans. Great. Yeah, so it must have been more Mario Odyssey. Splatoon 2 would have been out. Pokken would have been out. Mario plus Rabbids may have been out. Yeah, I don't remember too much else about PAX West 2017, oddly enough, other than I presumably enjoyed the event. And that's probably where I'm gonna have to leave things, because as I get into 2018 and stuff, that gets into like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and that's a whole big can of worms. So, I mean, it's not a can of worms. It's a great part of my life and my endeavors, but it's too much to discuss right now. So let's see where I'm at with the tools achievement. Am I at 1500? I am. I'm well beyond it. I'm at 1511. Okay, well, that's good. The further I get beyond 1500, the easier future days will become. So maybe what I'll do, I'll go ahead and just use up the gold nuggets right now. All right, we'll use those up. I don't need them anymore. All right, so we can make a golden watering can. Sure. I'll go ahead and make one of those. Good. And then is there another golden tool I can make right now? Let me see. I can make... I guess I can go ahead and make myself a golden net. Sure, why not? All right, good. Boom. I've got a bunch of golden tools for myself. Very nice. All right, and now I should have one more inventory slot. Oh yeah, the golden watering can. Oh, I have 2 golden watering cans. Frick, I need to make a second one of those. Whatever. I'll make another flimsy watering can. I'll upgrade that to a regular watering can, and that should put me at like 15, right? Which I guess is gonna have to be as good as it gets for this. So boom, flimsy watering can. All right, it's very good. And then we can upgrade that into a regular watering can, and then I'll go back to my island and I'll just sell whatever I can. Sell whatever I can. Okay, yeah. So I'm only at 15, which is not close to 1791 like I had hoped. But yeah, 15. Frick, man. Well, if I can get 400 or something tomorrow with the help of friends, maybe I'll be in business. But for now, I'm ready to go home. I'll bonk some rocks at the beginning of tomorrow, and then I'll have my friends, if I can set it up, I'll have my friends help me get some tree branches. So we'll hope for the best. Here we go. Let's head on back. Let's drop some stuff in the drop-off box. Because in the grand scheme of things, dropping stuff in the drop-off box is faster than setting a bunch of items down on the beaches. But I just need to find a more efficient way to get tools and craft them. So hopefully I can knock things out of the park with the help of my friends tomorrow. Never be afraid to ask for help. And, you know, maybe when I return to doing things myself, I'll continue my convention stories. But all right, watering can, shovel, golden, fishing rod, shovel, boom, boom. All right. There they all go. All right. That's as good as it's gonna get for right now. So, I have a long road ahead of me, but at least I'm halfway to knocking out the achievement. I'm halfway. 15. It only took me 440 days, but I'm halfway there. Oh god. Alright, well, that wraps up this video of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hopefully I can reach this achievement before the series comes to a close. I mean, it will happen. We're just gonna see if I have to add too many extra days to this series or not. But for now, I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! I spent too long getting my supplies, that's my problem. Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you want to continue to support my content, the best thing you can do is like this video and subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is click the little buttons down below. Also, please be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with my video schedule. My tag is @RealYoshiller. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye! Whoosh!